Hello everybody, my name is Shauna Verstegen. I've been a trainer for 25 years. I'm a master instructor for TRX, for the American Council on Exercise, and a writer and blogger for Under Armour. I'm also the fitness director of this awesome gym here in Madison, Wisconsin called Supreme Health and Fitness. So during this pandemic, we have learned that wearing a mask or a face covering can greatly reduce the spread of COVID-19. So if you haven't already, you may be starting to look for what types of masks are best to exercise in. Now there's a lot of rumors going around out there, like you breathe back in more carbon dioxide and your oxygen levels aren't as high. Just so you know, that is completely false. When you exercise with a face covering, your oxygen levels are exactly the same as when you're exercising without that face covering. The reason for discomfort when exercising with a face covering is it actually keeps your face a bit warmer. And your face and your head is where your body's natural cooling system is. So if you have a mask that doesn't help keep your face cool, may not fit properly, then that's going to make your workouts be quite uncomfortable. And also know it does just take a little bit of getting used to, kind of like working out outside in the heat. I know my first hot jog in the summertime is super hard, and as summer goes on, I get more and more used to it. And that's the same thing with exercising and a mask. But today I want to show you that not all masks are created equal. And there's lots of great masks for working out in. And I've got a couple fun mask hacks for you as well. So I'm going to take you through a list of my least favorite to my very top exercise masks to wear and face coverings to wear during a workout. Now, I have been working out in these masks doing gymnastics. I have been running in them. I've been training clients. I've been lifting weights. I've been teaching classes. I've been cycling. And I've given all of these masks a fair shot. So this is my personal opinion. I know not everybody's the same, and you might have some that you like more than others. And quite frankly, so many new masks are coming out. I bet that 2 more were created just for sports while I was filming this video. So what I want you to do when you're done watching this is comment on what your favorite mask is to exercise in. All right, let's get started. The one I like working out in the least, these disposable surgical masks. Now, first of all, this is always better than nothing. If you forgot your exercise mask, please still exercise in this one to protect others. But the problem with this material is it gets very wet on the inside. Okay, so your breath, your sweat condenses in here. And the wetter that mask is, the harder it is for your face to be able to stay cool. Okay, so this mask is probably one of the worst for that. Okay, so disposable mask, better than nothing, my least favorite. Next up, when I first learned that we were gonna have to start wearing some masks, I went online and I ordered this fancy pants training mask. This is called the Vent training mask, trainingmask.com, and there's lots of different training masks you can get. They were basically developed for athletes. It's called elevation training. I'm not really sure of the accuracy of the science and research behind it, but basically it can restrict your airflow and help boost your cardiorespiratory performance. Again, I'm not here to validate that or not, but I was excited because the Vent training mask has a filter in it. So I got this, I showed it off, and was pretty excited because it was quite easy to breathe in, and it kind of stayed away from my face. You see how there's that space in there, that gap in there? Till a friend called me out and said, you know, training masks vent the air on the way in, but on the way out, there's actually valves here that open up. I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but these valves right here open up and just expels your air right out. So that totally defeats the purpose of wearing a mask for helping other people. So I got creative and I put a filter on this side as well. So now I have filters on both sides. And guess what? Unfortunately, my awesome training mask is virtually impossible to breathe in. The other downside of this mask is, as you can tell, it's very hard to hear me. It creates a really strong echo, so you can barely hear what I'm saying through the mask. I would say the biggest benefit, can you hear me? I have to like stop and try to breathe air in. The biggest benefit of this mask is that it stays away from my face, so I don't get that sweaty feeling on my face when I have the mask across it. Other than that, I don't enjoy this one so much. Moving on. these cotton masks. Now these cotton masks are awesome because you can get just about anything you want personalized on these on Etsy. This is a award I gave out to a bunch of log rollers. We did a virtual lumberjack competition and this is the prize. So these cotton masks, similar to the surgical disposable ones, get really wet. Okay, this material gets very wet, very soggy, very hot when it's on your face. Also, unfortunately, especially for an instructor, you can hear how muffled my voice is when I put this cotton mask on as well. So this is one that's hot. You know, I feel safe in it, especially this one has several layers and a filter pocket. But unfortunately, it sucks into my mouth. It's hot. It gets very wet very quickly when I'm training. And it's probably one of my least comfortable masks. But they are super fun to personalize. Next up. Disclaimer, I love Under Armour. In fact, I do writing and blogging for MyFitnessPal for Under Armour. Everything I am currently wearing in my outfit right now is Under Armour. I've been a big fan of the brand for a long time. So I was so excited when Under Armour launched their training mask. I like it. I do like it. In fact, I think it is the coolest looking mask I have. You may not agree. But I think I look pretty badass in my Under Armour training mask here. Couple of downsides though. First of all, it doesn't have the best fit to my face. Now, good news is there are different sizes of this Under Armour training mask. So this is a small medium. I might just need a medium large size. The other downside is this nose piece doesn't really stay down. It doesn't really stay pinned around my nose. And I'd say one of my biggest complaints is the material here. It's kind of this neat foam stuff. So it's not letting anything get out and get to people. However, it gets hot. It's a cool material that's right on my face, but because of how thick this is, it does get a bit warm. The nice thing is you can see I'm not as muffled, so you can still hear me really well. So this is great for coaching my clients. And I do plan to wear this in the wintertime when it's a bit colder out. I still wear this one when I'm lifting because, again, I think it looks pretty slick. And yeah, so Under Armour mask, kind of middle of the road for me, not my all-time favorite. And I've heard similar reviews from other fitness professionals. But you know what? It still is a great one for working out in. All right, next in line here, Athleta makes two different masks, and I kind of put them right in the same spot. In fact, I go back and forth between which one I like better. But this is the Athleta training mask here. So this one's actually meant for working out. It's got a nice pocket for a filter here. And at first, I absolutely despised it. And the reason why is this nose clip here. The nose wire doesn't keep its shape. So when I had this on, it didn't form around my nose and it had this big gap right in here. So basically all my air was just coming out through here, which I kind of felt defeated the purpose. Until one lady in one of my classes said, I wear mine upside down. Major mask hack here, guys. Turn your Athleta training mask upside down and now it fits like a charm. This one's a very cool material. People can hear me really well talking through it. If you want that extra protection, there's the filter pocket in here. So I do really like this mask. Before I move on to the other Athleta mask, I want to show you another really cool mask hack here. Some people don't like the feeling of having that mask right on their face, or they might have a mask that feels like it sucks into their mouth all the time. A friend clued me in on these guys. They're called mask inserts. And what they do is they fit right around your nose and mouth. It's a little silicone piece, and it actually keeps the mask away from your face. I got these off of Amazon, super cheap. They're actually marketed to save your lipstick while you have a mask on. That's never an issue for me. I don't think I've worn lipstick in like 100 years. But it's so cool if you feel claustrophobic in your mask or if you feel like it's sucking in. So check it out. I'm gonna put on this one here. This is one that I do feel like it sucks into my face sometimes. That's why I'm using it as the example. So this one here, I put the mask on, and then I put the insert over my nose. Make sure it's over my nose and mouth. And then I place the mask here. You probably can't see it, but now the mask is not gonna suck into my mouth. It sticks out a little bit further here, but people can hardly even tell. And this insert has this nice seal around my nose and my chin, and is actually keeping the mask away from my mouth and away from my face. And you can wear this thing with just about any mask. Just make sure your mask has a nice snug fit so that the insert doesn't fall out. So isn't that a fun mask hack? You can get these super cheap on Amazon. Now the other Athleta mask, and again, I'm back and forth on which one I like the best, but I wear these both for training and for gymnastics a lot. This is the Athleta Everyday Mask. Similar issue with the training one, the nose wire doesn't hold in place as well as I'd like it to, but everything else is pretty awesome. It's a nice, cool material. It fits really well on my face. It's ribbed here so you can stretch it out to be the perfect size. To cover your chin. It's a little smaller on the sides, so some people with a smaller face might enjoy that it doesn't spread out and take over your entire face. And once again, you can hear me pretty well talking through this one. I definitely don't feel like I sweat in this one as much, and it's pretty even on my scoring scale between this one and the Athleta training mask. All right, we've made it to the top two. Are you ready? You're gonna laugh, but this Stormy Kromer mask. Stormy Kromer is a brand that I've loved for a long time. They make those hats that kind of look like the Armour FUD hats, and they've always been really supportive of my charity and my events. So of course, when they came out with the mask, I bought it right away. Plus, I do lumberjack sports. It's lumberjack plaid. It's amazing. I was expecting it to be really hot, kind of uncomfortable. I was getting it more just for looks. I stinking love this mask. It is cool. Again, however they lined up the material, it's cool. It doesn't seem to get all hot and sweaty like my other masks. The nose wire wraps perfectly around my nose. And the way this mask is designed, it stays away from my mouth. Now, to size it, I just tied, I don't know if you can see what I did here, but I just tied these ear loops to make them a little bit tighter because they don't have the little sliders, and that worked just fine. And then I press this around my nose. The only complaint I've heard about this one is if you have a smaller face. This is a little bit bigger on the bottom, so it might be a little big. Again, that can usually be remedied by tightening those ear loops so it fits a little bit tighter. But my clients can hear me just fine. It's super cool. It's definitely very stylish, especially if you live in the North Woods of Wisconsin. So this is the Stormy Kromer mask. Almost made it to the top of my list, but now we're at the top of my list. Drum roll, please. A friend of mine works at REI, and he got this outdoor research mask for me, hooked me up. And I know a canoeing and kayaking company here in Madison. They have all their staff wear this outdoor research mask too, and it is brilliant. First of all, it's got a pouch for a filter for extra protection, and I usually wear this with a filter. And even with the filter, it is so cool on my face. The nose wire is fantastic. It fits really snugly right around my nose. And it goes all the way to my chin, fits snugly here, and it is such a cool material. I wanted to practice and see if I could actually do this. It was in the 90s over the weekend and quite humid, and I ran a 5K, and I wore this mask, and thinking that it was just going to be miserable and awful, whatever, I forgot I had it on while I was running with this mask. This is how nice and cool this thing is. So this is by far my favorite mask. It's the Outdoor Research mask. You can get them at REI or on the Outdoor Research website. I have another fun mask hack for you too. I've had questions from people about masks and glasses. Or even masks and sunglasses. Like when I was outside over the weekend wearing my mask in a crowded place, my sunglasses were fogging up. They do sell some masks that kind of have a little fold on top. I don't think those work super well. I haven't tried them honestly, but this hack is fantastic. First of all, get a mask that has a nice snug fit and a good nose wire. Second of all, go to Walgreens. Just get this $4 medical tape. Dun, dun, dun. And then, are you paying attention? This is very scientific. You take the medical tape and put it right along the top of your mask, and then it creates a seal, and then when you wear your glasses or your sunglasses, they don't fog up. Isn't that awesome? So that's another really cool mask hack. Finally, I just want to show you this because I absolutely love this. One of the very first masks I got was my Backstreet Boys mask. And my boys have their personalized, they got their Pikachu mask, we got a Spider-Man mask. So have fun with this. A lot of people are making some really, really cool designs. So have fun with this, try lots of different masks, but most importantly, please wear a mask, especially when you're around other people. By you wearing a mask, it allows us to keep our gym open. It allows businesses to stay open. It can help stop the spread of COVID-19 and allow us to live as normally as possible until we can really get rid of this thing. So again, thank you so much. I want to hear from you. I want you to comment on what your favorite mask is for exercise. And if there's anything new that I've missed that I haven't heard of, tell me about it so that I can add to my collection. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you learned something new today.